All right, we'll go ahead and call to order the meeting of the Charlestown Board of Public Works for March 5th, 2026. It is 10 a.m. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone, please join.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Let the record show this meeting is being live streamed by city staff today. For roll call termination of quorum, all board members are present, as well as Clerk Treasurer Donna Coomer and our attorney Perry McCall. We have an agenda. We need a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ernie Thompson,
Second.
second by Maggie Wild. Any edits? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous. We have our standing business, which includes our meeting minutes from February 19th, our current claims and our payroll allowance docket from February 9th to February 22nd. Need a motion to approve? 19th? Mine says the 9th.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's get
February
clarification.
19th.
Payroll allowance docket. Where is that on that list? Well, there it is. Hold on. Nope, on the official document, it must be a reprint or a bad print on yours that says the payroll allowance docket is from February 9th to February 22nd.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it says
All right.
19th.
That's fine.
Can I get a motion?
Wait,
I'll make that one.
Maggie Wild makes a motion.
I'll second.
Ernie Thompson seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that is unanimous. Anyone signed up for public comment? No? Okay. No old business, straight into new business. I'll call for Chief Eric Cruz to make a presentation for 10 years of service with local Tyler Lyons.
All right.
Tyler, he's gonna make you come up with
Yep.
him.
Come on, buddy. All right. This is Corporal Tyler Lyons. We want to honor him today for his 10 years of service. He was hired in March of 2016. Seems like yesterday. Yeah. So over the last 10 years, Tyler has served as a patrol officer, firearms instructor, and I think it was 21 and 22, you're promoted to corporal, right?
22.
22?
I think 22.
22, you're promoted to corporal. And then for the last year and a half, he's been in the school serving as our elementary school resource officer. So we would like to present him with his 10 years of service award.
All right, congratulations, Tyler.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Speed.
Thanks. Sounds like John.
Doug, you want to say anything?
No, his other son would have.
He will.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll talk.
We know better than give him a microphone.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you, Tyler. We appreciate your service.
Thank
All right, Chief, you've got a new general order for us.
Alrighty, this new general order, which is 26.0305.A. This is adoption of the Indiana Law Enforcement Training Board's Defensive Tactics Training Program. So this is a statewide policy that they had put out that we are to adopt and follow. So we actually already started following this with our defensive tactics training last week. And so we would just like to get this with a motion and a vote to approve, put in our policies.
I'll make that motion.
Ernie Thompson makes the motion, Maggie Wild seconds. Perry, did you have a chance to look that over?
Yes, I did. You sent it to me a week or two ago, I think. Been a while. So
All right.
yes, I did. Thank you.
Good deal. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. There you go.
Thank you.
You got out here without even asking for your money.
Yeah.
Speed. Speed.
All right, and then we have Hannah Pearson with the Parks Department, gonna make a presentation on a couple of items.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So first thing we have on the agenda is some quotes that we got back for our Founder's Day audio. There were 3 bids that came in. Kentucky Indiana Productions at $7,500, Sounds Unlimited Productions at $9,125, and then Soundscape Pro Audio at $6,000. We did some research on all of the companies, and we also did reference checks. And even though Soundscape Pro Audio is the lowest bidder, just based off of the research we've done, they have not handled a crowd of Founder's Day size. So it has been recommended to us that we select Kentucky, Indiana Productions for that bid.
Okay, so we have a staff recommendation for responsive bidder to Kentucky Indiana Productions, the amount of $7,500. Most of the time, these are covered by sponsorships. The team's been actively working to get sponsorships. They've already gotten several through Founder's Day that would cover this cost. So, see a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Maggie
I'll
Wild,
second.
second by Ernie Thompson. Perry, do you see any issues with that?
No.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. You'll make sure that you get all the required documentation to Don.
Yes.
Is he the one, y'all were telling me about one that doesn't do their certificate of insurance until right before, or that might,
Carrie's been
Okay.
one in primary
yeah, and she's
contact.
today. So, Donna, there was one that they don't do the certificate of insurance until a little bit later, so if his isn't in that packet, then that's why.
It is not, okay.
Okay, yeah, because what happened was his insurance expires right before, so it's the renew, so he sends us the new one. He'll send us the new one right before the event, but we'll make sure we've got it before the event.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then the senior dinner.
Yes, so for your senior dinner, we have booked the Paul Boggs Band. That'll be on November 5th, 2026 from 6 to 8. Their charge for that performance will be $600.
And we pay for that out of the revenue fund, or probably?
These are all good questions.
Yeah, Carrie usually answers these. I wanna say she pays for that out of either, I think it's her revenue fund that she pays.
Stick it out in the police department.
Okay.
Can't afford it.
Oh,
So do we have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Ernie Thompson makes the motion, Maggie Wild seconds. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous. We'll make sure we got all their documents, contracts,
Yes.
waiver, all that stuff.
Yes.
All right.
And then the last piece that I have is for two different events that we have at the end of the year, for Trail and Treat and for our reindeer night. Normally for those, we have booked, a photo opportunity that everybody seems to love. They get their pictures printed out right there, good memorable thing that keeps people coming back. Unfortunately, we can't use the same service again, just because we need to go with a more budget-friendly option. So Take Entertainment has a 360 photo booth that they are willing to provide at both of these events, $800 for both separate events. So that's the option that we are looking at to book for our Trail and Treat and Reindeer Night.
And I believe those are paid for. The Trail and Treat is a sponsored event, so that's paid for out of sponsorships, and the reindeer event is paid out of winter entertainment.
Yes.
All right, can we get a motion to approve those
I'll make
events?
that motion.
Motion by Maggie Wild,
I'll second.
second by Ernie Thompson. Any questions on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. You'll make sure she gets all the paperwork for that as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you, Hannah. Tony Jackson is gonna present, quotes for a cold planer.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
What we're doing here is we need a piece of equipment to help us maintain and repair our roads and do some modifications.
What a vote.
And, so Wes has gone out and did some investigation and stuff and found out that, a cold planer would be the best to do the job, to make the repairs. And so we went and got 3 bids, one from Bobcat of Louisville, one from Boyd Tack, one from Southern Indiana Equipment. Southern Indiana Equipment didn't have equipment, so. So after we looked at everything, looked what's compatible with ours, with our, skid loader, and, we determined that the cold planer from Bobcat of Louisville would be our best served. It's got the better price, and it also has the equipment, has an add-on equipment that the other ones don't. So we're recommending that we get the cold planer from the Bobcat of Louisville for the price of $13,671.32.
Okay, and just for the record on the minutes, the quote from Boyd Cat was $16,188.66. And the staff recommendation is to go with Bobcat for the amount of $13,671.32.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ernie Thompson, second by Maggie Wild. Now, so just for the board's information, Wes, who does our street repair, had, come to me a while back and said that if we purchased this equipment, it would allow him to do some internal repairs that right now we would have to contract out, that he with a couple of the guys on staff could, so there's like a section specifically in the industrial park down Pike Street towards the end, close to like you're headed to, what is that down there? Just past Mitchell, like down that way. near Viking, that's what it is, past that way. There's a pretty bad section that needs to be repaired, so he could repair that. It will allow him to do other kinds of small repairs around patch jobs and stuff without having to continually rent the equipment or hire a contractor, so that's why we're moving forward with this. So, all right, so I have a motion by Ernie and a second by Maggie. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that is unanimous. Thank you, Tony. On the next item, the pedestrian bridge inspection and recommendations. I reached out to HWC Engineering, who we have an on-call agreement with, and asked them for a quote to inspect the 2 covered bridges in Greenway Park. They're worn down, and I don't know if it's just aesthetic that, needs to be repaired, or if it structurally needs to be addressed, and so I thought it would be very fitting and appropriate for us to have them review those for both structural soundness and aesthetic repair. And so on that on-call, they're proposing doing that for a budget of $7,500 to complete that work. They'll complete the work within 75 days of the notice to proceed and present any inspection findings, anything that's urgent, immediately as well. So I just need a motion to approve that on-call service.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Maggie Wild,
I'll second.
second Ernie Thompson. Any questions on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. And then Baptist Health drug screens. Heather, were you gonna explain that for us?
Morning.
Good morning.
Baptist Health has been administering our drug testing program for years, but now they've decided they're gonna charge us to do it. It's always been complimentary. So they're gonna charge us, I think it's a $50 setup fee. We actually have 2 different service contracts because one of them is the testing for our CDL drivers. The other is just our random pool. It's gonna be $50 setup, and then every time they pull a name quarterly, it's $25 per employee. We typically only have 2 or 3 names drawn per quarter, so the charge is not gonna be astronomical. And by allowing them to do this for us, it eliminates any appearance of any impropriety on the city's part, because we are completely out of it. We send them the list, they draw the names.
Okay,
I see.
great. Can I get a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ernie
Second.
Thompson, second by Maggie Wild. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye, that is unanimous. Thank you, Heather. And that is all I had. Donna, did you have anything for us?
No, thank you.
I thought we were gonna do the lightning, we're not doing the lightning time, is that the next meeting?
Oh, thank you, Perry. Yes, my apologies. I should have amended the agenda when we came on. There was an agreement that was mailed out separate at the end, amended agenda. So, just to clarify that, the reason this item came out late, it was sent out as an amendment, so this will be item I on our agenda now, is the Shadow Lake lighting agreement. The reason it was not sent out with the original and had to be amended is because we were waiting on the redevelopment commission to take action on this first, and the redevelopment commission took action on it at their meeting Tuesday night. This is an agreement by which the city, or the redevelopment commission is funding the installation of some street lighting in the new Shadow Lake Business Park area, as far as paying the first, I think, 2 years, and then, there is a, building association out there, and they will take over the regular payments on that in the future. But the Board of Works is since they're in the city, we are the responsible party, for maintaining the accounts, setting up the account through our EMC on that, and maintaining, dealing with them whenever there's a repair that needs to be made. So that's what this agreement is for. Perry, you've looked over this
I
agreement?
looked at the only change, a lot of pages
Yep.
to do this little thing. Attorneys get paid to make pages, I guess. But anyway, the only thing I saw concerned me personally was the notice of service. They had my wrong address.
Oh, okay.
So it just needed to be modified.
Okay, we can get that
So,
corrected.
yeah, but otherwise it could be approved and just add that change in there. I didn't see any other changes.
Okay,
The description was attached, so it's good to go.
good deal. All right, so we just need a motion to approve that agreement, that lighting agreement with Shadow Lake Business Park.
I'll make that motion.
Maggie Wild makes the motion, Ernie Thompson seconds. Any questions on that? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that is unanimous. I'll get these executed and give over to them. And that will wrap that up, and we'll be able to get those lights in. That's been requested. If you've driven Christianity Parkway through there, it is quite dark, so this will be good to get that done. Now, I think that's it. So now we just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Ernie Thompson makes the
I'll
motion.
second.
Maggie Wild seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned.